So you are thinking of going back to work, but you also are emotionally on the fence about it. I understand. I've been there. So what I did was to stay at home from when my kids were 0 to 3. And when they turned 3, I enrolled them in the local elementary school pre-K program. So to start kindergarten, you have to be 5. But if you have a child younger than 5 and they're 3 or 4, you can enroll them in the pre-K program. And our school, it's free. And so that will enable you to work at the school so you can match your schedule with your children's schedule. And obviously in some careers, like an 8 to 4 or 8 to 5 job, not in education, you'll have a 2-hour gap from when you have to send your kids somewhere because there's no one to watch them while you're at work. And so, you could do a daycare route for the last 2 hours, but then that means money out of your pocket. So you're earning money, but it's going to daycare. And then it's hard to have it make sense financially, and that could be difficult. So what you could do is just find a job at the local elementary school so you're on the same schedule as your kids. And that's worked really well for my family and I. I did want to stay at home from that period from 0 to 3 because there is a developmental part of growing where they just soak everything in, especially during that 0 to 3 age. And so it's ideally best for them to stay home, but not, in every family, sometimes that's not possible because let's say you're a single parent, like you have to go to work. Or let's say you have a 2-parent household, but you're both struggling financially. So you need the money to just make ends meet. And that's understandable. And that is hard. But if one of you would like to work at the elementary school, then at least one parent can be on the same schedule as the kids. So then when they get off, you get the same holidays. And now and then you get to see them in the hallways and you get to wave and give them a hug. And I see my kids at school and I get to give them a hug and see them at the water fountain or when they're going down the hallway to take a bathroom break with their class. And so that's been really good for me emotionally, just because I know they're close by. I see them. I know they're okay, but I'm still able to work and bring in some money. And so that has been the best of both worlds, honestly. Education is a field that doesn't make a lot, but there are pros of seeing your kids at school and being on the same schedule as them. So that kind of can help you just ease into the career mode again if you've been out of the career mode for a while because of parenting purposes. I would advise, and obviously I'm one in like a bajillion people, but I would advise staying at home until they turn 3. 0 to 3, just kind of like hunker down, give them that quality emotional development time, and then you can put them into the pre-K program and then get a job at the school. That has been ideal for my family, and I felt like I was hitting 2 birds with 1 stone because I felt like I could have that need of myself. That part of me wanted to work. I was just emotionally drained from parenting and I needed a break, but I wanted to make money, but my kids still needed someone to look after them and I didn't want to pay for daycare. So it kind of checked all those boxes where it worked out, where I could feel fulfilled earning money, but yet still know that kids are okay, still check up on them now and then or see them from a window because they're at recess. And I felt like that inner parentness of me was fulfilled, but yet I was making money too at the school. So it was really good for me emotionally, and then financially because I brought in some income. So for those of you who are mothers that would like to go into the education world, even for a short time, just until you feel comfortable getting back into the zone of back to the working zone, I think it'd be a great option. But even if you're a stay-at-home dad, that can be a great option if it's just you taking care of the kiddos. Now, education doesn't make a lot. Like if you were the breadwinner and you were the only one working, you're not going to make a ton of money. You make more if you have a bachelor's degree, but even those that are teachers have, and obviously a bachelor's is required to be a teacher, but let's say you're a teacher, you're still not going to make a lot of money if you're the breadwinner. So you'd eventually probably want to find a different career field. But obviously, if education is like your thing and you love it, then obviously do what you love. But I would at least long term get the bachelor's degree, even if it's like an online degree, like long term, right? Because then you could work your way up and just go from like teacher to principal, superintendent, that kind of thing. So then you're making more money, something to provide a family on. But that's what I would suggest, and wish you all the best as you navigate that emotionally taxing time as you go from being a stay-at-home parent to working. All the best. Bye.